marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage, that blessed arrangement, that dream within a dream.
The bumbling ghouls of black and white matinees past and the quick, ravenous monsters of modern form all suffer from the same disease, disconnection, from not just the world around them, but from each other. And don't we all feel disconnected sometimes? We shuffle the jobs, monosyllabic, until we get our caffeine fix, and then go through the motions of work and house as if completely unaware of other people. Don't we set our sights on one desire after another, rushing from experience to experience without actually stopping to enjoy any of it? Haven't all of you found yourself staring into space, wishing for just a little more brains? Aaron and Sarah have been there too, and decided to take the only vaccine that works. They decided to get connected. Unashamedly, unhesitatingly connected to each other. In this, they refuse to become numb. They promise to give each other attention, consideration, and kindness. Emotions zombies certainly do not share. They refuse to feed on the heart and mind of the other, agreeing instead to grow those things together and share them equally. And they vow not to allow the other to become a zombie when they aren't looking, slipping into apathy, numbness, and maddening hunger. They do these things with the shotguns of their love strapped strongly to their backs and the spiked bats of humor held firmly in their hands. Together they will defend their humanity and home with all the wit, grace, and power of any spunky heroine or oversized hero. Together they are an example of what is possible when two people set their sights on the same star. They cut through our 21st century cynicism and prove that, in fact, zombification is not inevitable. That friendship, love, and desire, when held with both hands, are the only weapons any of us need to stay human. With zombies held at bay by their mutual promises, Sara and Aaron are ready to face the other monsters of life, defending against Frankenstein co-workers, soul vampires of false friends, and the mummy of age itself. The adventure they are about to embark on has all the magic of a Hollywood movie and all the terror of true Lovecraftian horror. The dreaded Cthulhu has nothing on balancing family Christmases. But the truest fact is that as long as they stick together, connected to each other, the zombies of life, real and imagined, apathetic and disastrous, cannot harm them. And with that tone, shall we get them married? Yes. Will Wendy Martin please come up for the first reading?
This is a reading of the poem I Do, I Will, I Have by Ogden Nash. How wise am I to have instructed the butler, to instruct the first footman, to instruct the second footman, to instruct the doorman to order my carriage. I'm about to volunteer a definition of marriage. Just as I know there are two Hagans, Walter and Copen, I know that marriage is a legal and religious alliance entered into by a man who cannot sleep with the window shut and a woman who cannot sleep with the window open. Moreover, just as I am unsure about the difference between flora and fauna and flotsam and jetsam, I am quite sure that marriage is the alliance of two people, one who never remembers birthdays, the other never forgets them. And he refuses to believe that there is a leak in the water pipe or the gas pipe. And she is convinced that she's about to asphyxiate or drown. And she says, quick, get up and get my hairbrushes off the windowsill. It is raining in. And he replies, oh, they're all right. It's just raining straight down. That is why marriage is more interesting than divorce. Because it is the only known example of the happy meeting of the immovable object and the irresistible force. So I hope husbands and wives will continue to debate and combat over everything debatable and combatable, because I believe a little incompatibility is the spice of life, particularly if he has income and she is adequate.
One another's eyes. Aaron, please place the ring on Sarah's finger. Do you, Aaron, promise to show Sarah your honest fidelity, to share her laughter and joy, to support and stand by her in times of difficulty, to dream and hope with her, and to spend each day loving her more than the day before?
Yes.
Sarah, please give Aaron the ring. Do you, Sarah, promise to show Aaron your honor and fidelity, to share his hopes and dreams, to laugh with him and share endless days of joy, to stand side by side with him in times of trouble, and to spend each day loving him more than the day before? Will the mothers of the bride and groom please bring the hand-fastening cords up to the stage? The knots of this binding are not formed by these cords, but rather by your vows. For always you hold in your own hands the making or breaking of this union.
A lovely love story by Edward Monckton. A fierce dinosaur was trapped inside his cage of ice. Although it was cold, he was happy in there. It was, after all, his cage. Then along came the lovely other dinosaur. The lovely other dinosaur melted the fierce dinosaur's cage with her kind words and lovely thoughts. I like this fierce dinosaur, thought the lovely other dinosaur. Although he is fierce, he is also tender, and he is funny. He is also quite clever, though I will not tell him this for now. I like this lovely other dinosaur, thought a fierce dinosaur. She is beautiful, and she is different, and she smells nice too. She is also a free spirit, which is a quality I much admire in dinosaurs. But he can be somewhat distant and eccentric at times, thought the lovely other dinosaur. He is also overly fond of toys and sci-fi movies. Are all fierce dinosaurs so overly fond of toys and sci-fi movies? But her mind skips from here to there so quickly, thought the fierce dinosaur. She is also uncommonly keen on hockey. Are all lovely other dinosaurs so uncommonly keen on hockey? I will forgive his eccentricity and his concern for toys and sci-fi movies, thought the lovely other dinosaur. They are part of what makes him a richly charactered individual. Besides, thought the lovely other dinosaur, I like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and Mad Max too. I will forgive her skipping mine and her fondness for hockey, thought the fierce dinosaur. For she fills my life with beautiful thoughts and wonderful surprises. Besides, I'm not unkeen on hockey either. I think it is all of fighting. Now the fierce dinosaur and the lovely other dinosaur are old. Look at them. Together they stand on the hill, telling each other stories and feeling the warmth of the sun on their backs. While holding hands and grinning like kids, that makes my friend And that, my friends, is how it is with love. Let us all be fierce dinosaurs and lovely other dinosaurs together. For the sun is warm and the world is a beautiful place.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. Go forth and rock.
And away we go.